Tonight, who can be trusted? Trump's genius move to secure border wall funding and Stormy Daniels' distraction. Hi, I'm Craig and welcome to Just Informed Talk. For those of you who don't know, I always start off by thanking each and every one of my subscribers. Without you guys, this channel would not be possible. So I encourage you, if you haven't yet, come here to this landing page, click the big red subscribe button, make sure you hit the bell for notifications. That way you'll get notified as soon as these videos get posted, because as soon as the content becomes available to me, I make it available to you. Now, nothing new on the Q post tonight. We're keeping an eye on it, and hopefully something will come in sooner or later. But first, what we're going to talk about is Donald Trump and how he secured the wall funding. Genius move. So as a part of the omnibus, what Donald Trump did was he took this $700 billion and $716 billion, both going to the military for various projects, and he can redress that money and put it wherever he wants. To be quite frank, because he can claim national security or national defense, as he puts here, to build a wall because there's drugs and poison and enemy combatants pouring into our country. And it's genius. I love it. I didn't see it at first, but now I've finally caught it. Fantastic job by Trump getting this bill out there. Now, of course, there are parts of the omnibus that we don't agree with, that we don't like, i.e., $500 million to Planned Parenthood, so on and so forth. Just a bunch of pork for everyone involved. But omnibus is more of a flexible. It's not a set budget. It can be changed. He can actually defund certain things. He can actually move money from agencies that don't use funds. So it's really incredible. And that was part of the omnibus that I picked up on in the last couple videos, where he can take money from programs that don't use it and put it toward other things. So for instance, these military projects, he can actually divert some of that funding to creating a border wall, which, if $1.4 trillion he could, I've seen a few posts in the comments where they say 1.4 trillion, they could build a wall around the whole country, and I think that's pretty true. Now, Red Castle, Green Castle, clock activated, stage 5.5, is that all border wall? Quite possibly. Right now, I'm still going to go ahead and say there's, in my opinion, possibly a double meaning beneath it, but you have what you have here, ladies and gentlemen. You have the border wall going to get built. And I think that's important to Trump, but he needs to wake up and realize that there's a lot of other stuff going on here, and we all need to keep on him to make sure that he continues to do the right thing every time. And it was a part of the storm that was coming. But speaking of storms, let's go ahead and talk about a distraction, if you will. Now, Trump was not very happy about what's happening in the news, and he made a tweet about it, saying, "So much fake news, never been more voluminous, and more accurate. But through it all, our country is doing great." So there you have it. What is the storm? Well, the storm is this Stormy Daniels, and I'm going to get into a few things about her. I watched the whole interview. I don't think it's worth going through and showing you clips, because to me it was just a complete fluff piece with no substance, and basically making their case to, they broke a non-disclosure agreement, she did, to make the case for a defamation suit that they can bring in a state court to basically draw Trump into a state court to have to fight for his defamation suit, to fight for his violation of the non-disclosure agreement with Stormy Daniels, and then on the other hand have Stormy Daniels be able to say that he's defaming her, where she points out that Michael Cohen is defaming her. But let's talk about the interview. Okay, so the interview went a lot like this. Stormy Daniels describes a moment about 12 years ago or so where Trump was at a golf tournament, and they were she allegedly had an extramarital affair with Donald Trump that night, and she is breaking the non-disclosure agreement that she signed, which to me makes her a criminal. But she's breaking that non-disclosure agreement. She's coming out here to tell us about this basically nothing burger. There's no there. Even if this isn't just an alleged accusation and it is true, I don't see what importance it has to anything that we are dealing with today as a country or as a nation as a whole when it comes to having 60 Minutes do a whole sit-down interview where they act like they're interviewing, Vladimir Putin and asking him about the nuclear tensions between our countries. No, it's Stormy Daniels, the self-proclaimed porn star, whatever that means, who thinks that she is somehow able to get on national television and basically commit crime of breaking a non-disclosure agreement, and then further go on to basically contradict herself. She's got about as much trustability or validity to what she says as a homeless person walking up to me on the street and telling me they have schematics for a time machine. Okay, that's about as much as I trust what she says, considering a few facts that I'll lay out here very quickly. So she signs a non-disclosure agreement and she accepts $130,000 from Michael Cohen, Donald Trump's attorney, who is his friend as well, who Cohen did of his own accord to keep her silent from spreading lies about Trump at a very critical time in the campaign when Trump couldn't afford to have somebody like that speaking these mistruths about him, or they may be truths, but regardless, we don't have the truth about it yet. Now, we take into account the fact that she signed multiple statements. Okay, she signed multiple statements saying that she never had an extramarital affair with Trump and she never had intercourse with Trump. But then she goes back and says, oh, well, I was just scared and people told me I had to sign that. What? Okay, what? Now, apparently this breaking of her non-disclosure agreement, she's come under fire now from Michael Cohen, who is threatening to sue her, or is actually enacting the suit as we speak, for around $20 million, which was, I think, stipulated in that if she broke it. Now, she doesn't have $20 million. My biggest fear is that you're going to get one of these globalist, Luciferian, elite, pedophile, whoever's to come in and say, oh, well, don't worry. You're doing a really great, brave thing, and, Trump's evil, and here's $20 million, and don't worry about it. You just tell your story, girl. Okay? Now, if that happens, there's nothing anybody can do about it, but it just shows the lines that these people are willing to cross when it comes to what is fair and what is good and what is honorable and decent. They have no moral compass. People like Stormy and her lawyer, they can say whatever they want, but we all know the truth, that they are all just seeking to defame our president, and they're seeking to make themselves famous in the process. Now, if they have other motivations, I'm sure they exist as well. If you watch this interview, going through it, you have several parts of the interview that are just maddening to watch as a logical, normal person, but she actually makes this crazy insinuation that I think really needs to be, she needs to back up when she makes these kind of talking points. With regard to her being threatened, okay, she tells us this story about how she was in, I think, Las Vegas with her kid about to go to an exercise class, and she was getting her kid out of the car, and a guy walks up and says that she needs to drop the whole Trump thing, right? And then, furthermore, the guy says, it would be a shame if something happens to your kid, as in threatening. I don't condone that. I think that's deplorable. Nobody should ever do that. But, first of all, what evidence does she have that that person had anything to do with Trump or Michael Cohen or anyone involved in this? She's a public figure, a self-proclaimed porn star. That could have been any nut job who read a story about her and Trump. It could have been any whack job out there, okay? And for her to make that insinuation just shows the kind of character that we're working with. There's somebody who doesn't care about wildly making accusations without at least, having some basis in fact for putting them out there. Now, that's just one part of why I really disagree with this person. I think she is the epitome of a distraction. She's the epitome of a lost soul who we need to pray for. She's the epitome of somebody who does not deserve the time of day to listen to her speak, because when you consistently contradict yourself over and over again, your credibility goes down. And it can go down to the point where nobody believes you anymore. You ever heard of the story of the boy who cried wolf? Well, he cried wolf so many times that eventually nobody believed him. And that's what's going to happen, in my humble opinion, to Stormy Daniels when she's done with all this. But her and her attorney are filing this defamation suit against Michael Cohen, saying that Mr. Cohen claims about her relationship with Mr. Trump is something that is untrue, saying that she's a liar and should not be trusted. Hey, I'll tell you right now, okay, I don't know whether or not her relationship with Trump is true or not, but I can tell you right now, in my opinion, she's a liar, and I think it's validated. Like, how can you, okay, she signs, so she is a liar. That, like, we know that part, okay? And I wouldn't trust somebody who lied to me, so she should not be trusted. And if they want to come after me with a suit of defamation, go ahead, because I can show you how you lied. Well, let's see. You made public statements and signed them saying that you never had an extramarital affair or intercourse with Trump, but now you're coming out and saying you did. Well, that's lying. Textbook definition. Okay? So there you go, guys. That's kind of where we're at with this. And another thing that somebody pointed out that I thought was very fascinating was a look at her eyes. Now, I don't know what you can have dilated pupils for a number of reasons, okay? You can go to the eye doctor and they can give you eye drops and it will dilate your pupils so they can do surgery or work on your eyes. You can be feeling an extreme emotion, such as, I think, love or adrenaline, stuff like that. Or you could just be high on crack. I'm going to leave that for you guys. So you guys let me know what you think. Now, getting into something that I want to just redress, because we talked about it earlier in the last video, just talking about these other channels out there that have things they like to report and things they like to say about Q. You guys can go figure that out for yourself, but I'm just going to go through a couple Q posts that I think are important in pointing out what could be happening. Q posts here on January 8th, important, okay? No private comms past, present, future. No comms made outside of this platform. Any claims that contradict the above should be considered fake news and disregarded immediately. Where we go one, we go all. Patriots. Q. So, what does that mean? Well, that means that anybody who you watch who claims to have direct communication with Q is probably lying. Okay. Now, here's another one. Now, this is Q on the 14th, a few days afterward, telling us to trust Sessions, okay? And we'll read through this. It says, trust Sessions. Trey Gowdy departure from the House Ethics Committee. Not to testify. Not needed to testify. Think logically. No need to step down if needed to testify. Do not chase misinfo. What role might Trey Gowdy be walking into? Who can we trust? Rats everywhere. Evil everywhere. Traitors everywhere. No such agency is vital. Raw intel, vital. U.S. military, vital. Safe comms, vital. You, the people, vital. Now, here's an important statement here. We'll read through it. It says, boards change due to statements re private comms, false. Boards change due to failure to identify accurately. Boards change due to misinfo. Targeted approach to direct flow of info created. Message vital. Controlled message vital. Delivery receipt of message vital. Major players here to distract. Major players here to distract, create doubt, and alter the direction. Misinfo everywhere. Misinfo from past reliable sources. Axis of evil can and will return fire is. Okay? So that's kind of what we're up against here. And here's another post. This is from February 15th. Now he's talking about Newsweek and how they put out this story about how the storm became the biggest fake news story of 2018, basically discrediting Q and the boards. And he goes on, Newsweek problems. Strike back against us? Mainstream media not happy? Conspiracy label. Reread Crumb's read conspiracy and MSM coverage. Who will be next? They are here. They will try to discredit. They are stupid. They bring more eyes. The proofs are more important. Proofs provide new eyes, the ability to question. This board in the coming months will be spread across or discussed across all platforms. Important to be prepared. We will help. Truth always wins. Q. All right, so that's where I'm going to leave that. And I'm just going to say this. Okay, to everyone out there who's running other platforms, other channels, and specifically those who want to say that Q is fake, I'm not even going to mention who they are because I don't think giving them that much credit is even due. They want to intimidate. They want to act like they have the power, that they're all a bunch of hacker collectives. And, well, you know what? We shouldn't be angry at them. We shouldn't even be upset with them. Because as Q says here, they bring more eyes. Okay? And that's what's important. So I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm pretty calm and cool about it all. I already said my piece in the last video about how I felt about it, and I thought I shared that with you guys fairly and in a balanced way without making you guys have to believe what I say. I always encourage you all to use your critical thinking skills. Go out and watch this stuff if you want to, and see for yourself what is true and what is not. But ultimately, this channel here is going to continue to focus on following the information as it's being made available, not just here on the Q boards, but from a myriad of different resources that will ultimately be able to help keep you guys up to date on what's going on. One of the new things that I'm going to be working on, it's basically started today. I kind of thought of it, and I think it's a great idea. I want to start just updating little blurbs about the news. I'm going to try to present a little bit of news every day. In the next upcoming few days, you guys are going to see more of those videos posted. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys can keep letting me know what you think in the comments about all this stuff. So everything we went over today in this episode, but then let me know what you think about past episodes. Let me know what you think about past theories, if theories are correct, if theories are wrong. And please, please, please keep letting me know what you think and sharing your amazing insights. I really appreciate it, and I want to thank you all in advance right now. So, without further ado, that's going to basically be it for this episode. Again, I want to thank each and every one of my subscribers. If you haven't yet, come here to the main landing page, click the big red subscribe button, make sure you hit the bell for notifications. That's the biggest thing. If you guys want to contribute, that's the best way, and it's free and it's easy. It's like giving me $1 and it's free to you. Just go ahead and click that button, and I really appreciate that you can become a part of the Just Informed Talk channel, and we can continue to develop this amazing dialogue together. I really appreciate your input, so thank you in advance for that. Now, another thing you can do, like I just went over before, is to comment. Go to the comment boards, okay? Get in the comment boards, read them. Have a debate, have a discussion, and share information. I read through the boards pretty much every day, all day, and it's just incredible to hear such amazing thoughts and ideas from each and every one of you. So thank you all for doing that. Another way you can contribute, if you're so interested to, is to come over here to patreon.com. You go to Patreon, patreon.com. You can search Just Informed Talk, or you can go to patreon.com/justinformedtalk. Either way, you'll come to this landing page. You can click the red button to become a patron, and go check my rewards and my goal. And you can earn a chance to have an email correspondence. You can have a chance to become a featured Patreon patron, and you can also have a chance to get a nice limited edition Just Informed Talk t-shirt. So thank you to each and every one of you who have already come here and become patrons. You guys are really what helped me out. I need all the help I can get so I can make sure I can keep bringing you this information on a daily basis, because it's not, I need the help, okay? So thank you for everyone who makes the effort and stays with me this long and comes down here and checks out this page. Now, finally, I want to take a minute and talk about the most important thing, as always, in these episodes. How does God play into this equation? Well, He is the whole equation. Through all of this, it's easy for us to look at our brothers and sisters and to instantly cast dispersion. Now, I may even be guilty of that at times because I am an imperfect soul. And I pray to the Lord every day. I pray for Him to give me the guidance and the wisdom to bring you guys the information that You deserve to get not what I think's right or what the Google search bots think is right, or whatever the YouTube algorithms think is right. I search for what God wants me to bring, because that has to be your waking motivation on a daily basis, is how can I bring God into my life? You know, I go through these ebbs and flows where I have one opinion and then I change my opinion because I'm always evolving, and I have multiple different outlooks that kind of coalesce into a tangent idea that I can present to you guys, and then I get your feedback, and then I continually develop my thoughts. But the one person I seek more than anything is God. I pray and I worship, and I understand that Jesus died on the cross for my sins, and that my job is to honor him and to serve him. So that's the ultimate goal of my whole life. But the fact that I'm able to bring you guys this information is just a blessing from God. And I want you all to know that if you're having doubts about your own faith, if you're feeling down on maybe not feeling God in your life, maybe you're not feeling that you have the most strength to carry on, or whatever your own individual problem may be, just understand that you have to put your faith in God, and you have to pray to him, and you have to seek his guidance and seek his wisdom, and have him touch you in your own life. And it's real easy. There's no special secret. There's no secret method. It's just pray. Pray to God and open your heart to him. Even go to church, whatever you have to do. Find your niche, whatever your calling is. Because if you open your heart to God and you pray to him for that guidance and that wisdom, you'll find what it is you're looking for. I promise you that. Okay? So like I always say, if you don't take anything else away from this episode, please just take that away, that God loves you and that he's waiting for you to open that channel back up so that you can become one with him again and see the many great blessings that he has in store for you and your loved ones and everyone around you. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for watching. Again, if you haven't yet, come here, click the big red subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications. That's going to be it for this episode. I'm Craig. This is Just Informed Talk. God bless and Godspeed, Patriots.